flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for coming. This is March 4th, 2026, Nelson Township Trustee regular meeting. I'd like to introduce a couple of guests this evening. James Armstrong, who's the Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for Portage County. And we also have a guest, Craig Brown, who's from NOPEC, who's our regional representative. I'd like to start off with James, please.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. If you got my buddy, you know that I've been assigned to the townships and make some other offices throughout the county, and because of that, I've made a point to try to get to every township for their meetings. I'm proud to say this is the 16th township that I have visited since I started, just the 2nd of February, only because you haven't had a meeting before then. So, but I've been to the township dinner, and some of you were at our dinner training last week, so I'm seeing people for the second and third time, or the second, no, sometimes third time. So it's a pleasure to be here. I look forward to working with everyone for many years to come. God willing.
Yes.
So, thank you very much.
Appreciate your help. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I truly am. I haven't been in the Nelson Township area for a very long time, and it's really cool to be here. I should have come up earlier so I could have done a little walking around, but I took a nap. So I'll admit I was a little tired today. But I'm from NOPEC, which is the Council of Governments, which this township is a part of. And our primary thing that we do, I don't talk about it here, is we aggregate electric and gas in order to accomplish more competitive pricing for everybody. Whenever I since I was trying to give you guys a little bit of update, like bringing a little bit of good news, something exciting is happening. But as you know, electric prices have been kind of scary lately, and gas prices with some of the winter things. But a big contributor to that is something that we call the PMJ auction. It is how electricity is sourced, how energy is sourced, and that auction has been hitting some all-time highs the last couple of times, which means that our electric rates or gas rates aren't exactly going to be where we want them to be. Unfortunately, that's happened twice now, and they broke the record twice. So that is a good news for anybody, and that isn't just you guys in Nelson Township. That's a 13-state grid. That's a national issue. And then, of course, what happened over the weekend with Iran? Iran closed the strait, and Qatari, the #1 exporter of liquid gas, they shut down the plant yesterday morning because it was attacked by drones. So about 20% of the LNG comes out of that plant, which is a problem. And about 20% of LNG moves through the Strait of Hormuz, which is pretty much closed at the moment. So that's going to be a problem for us. So just keep praying that the energy prices go down. That's what we're trying to do. But I'm Craig. If you guys ever need anything, please feel free to let me know. I'm a former governmental official. I've worked in the Ohio Senate, I've worked in the Ohio House, I've worked on Capitol Hill. So I understand what being a government official is like, and I think that the #1 thing that I can do to help you is to be a resource. And if you have constituent questions, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask me. I'll give you a pretty straight up answer. And also your colleagues, even if they're not in NOPEC communities, encourage them to call me as well if they have questions. I remember being an elected official myself. I came in at 28 years old. I was one of the youngest elected county officials in the state. And one of the things was that finding people to give me information in a non-biased manner for things that I didn't necessarily always know a lot about. And that's what I hope to do for all of you, is to be a good resource. And I think that's what will make me a better public servant. So I'll probably leave in a couple of minutes to get home. I don't know if you want to come tomorrow night. I get very lazy about it. I don't feel tracking, unfortunately. So we'll see how it goes. Did you guys have any questions that I can answer? Or?
Just lower our electric bill.
I know. I tell you what, I keep looking at the news and I'm thinking to myself, man, I started this job 7 months ago and I do not want this to be going in this direction right now, especially when I'm trying to meet everybody. Because, a lot of folks don't understand how these things work. And, they're frustrated, and I was a constituent caseworker at one time, so I understand. You want somebody to help you vet and help you try to understand it a little bit, and, we're doing everything we can at NOPEC. Gas surged up to about 30 over that little cold spill there, and we ended up putting in about $20 million of our reserve to offset that cost at NOPEC. So we're trying. Believe me, we're trying, but what we ought to do is just keep hoping and praying for the best. So, you guys have my card. That brings to my cell phone. So, I'm pretty easy to get hold of. Thanks for having me, by the way. I appreciate it. I'll stick around for a few minutes. Thank you.
Any questions from the audience, Craig?
Thank you for not killing the messenger. Yeah, of course.
Okay, with that, we'll get the rest of the meeting going. Trustees had a chance to review minutes from February 4th.
I have. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion. Mr. Corbin, how do you vote? Yes. Mr. Leonard? Yes. Mrs. Inhofe?
Yes.
Let's see. Hang on, let's do this.
Okay, you have a payment listing in your folder. Paper warrants 15 through 22. I'm sorry, electronic warrants 15 through 22, and paper warrants 28413 through 28455 for a total of $52,088.19.
Any questions regarding the payment listing?
If there are no questions, I'll make a motion, we pay the bills and wages as presented.
I'll second that.
Mr. Corbin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Inhofe?
Yes.
And you should have a fund status report. Currently, we have $402,536.23. And receipt listing since last meeting, we have taken in $24,293.06.
Any questions on the receipt listing?
And happy to report 2025 is closed. The annual financial notes are finished and submitted to the state. So we're done with 2025.
Very good. Congratulations.
Next item in your folder, there's a big, I emailed you this, but there's also a big packet from our meeting with Otarma on cybersecurity. Mike, I'll turn that over to you if you want to stand on that.
Several weeks ago, Kevin and I met with Aaron Willis from Otarma. He's their cybersecurity division, and he's part of the group that is overseeing compliance for House Bill 96 and also 88 compliance for websites. He spent about 2 hours with us reviewing what needs to be done for the township. It's very informative, very educational. We find a lot of this, a lot of reading, what needs to be done. Made some suggestions for the website and what we need to do, what we need to come up with. I reached out to the two groups. One of them is under OTA as a recommendation for the website, and waiting to get back with one of them to ask, basically review what we currently have and what will need to be done to bring this up to compliance. It's approved by Otarma, this particular group, so waiting for information back on that. But if you have not read the cybersecurity information packet that he sent, we forwarded on the email. Take a little time and pick away at it. We have a few months to get everything organized, so a lot of training.
Do we have to hire someone
This is part of
the thing?
yes. These companies to hire it and make life easier for Kevin and anyone else involved, and make sure that we're compliant at it. At some point, you might be able to just go, but there are a lot more fraud training, securities, sort of things that they're looking out for. Not that there's any issue, but it's general, it's the entire state that says this is happening, go through. So, Kevin, any other things to add on that?
Nope, that's good enough for now. Okay. Next item in your folders is the Otarma insurance renewal. I believe, I can't remember if I forwarded that to everybody or not, but there's 2627, the anniversary contribution, so the total amount is 26,386. The liability limits, we want to increase liability limits, information there, but there's a packet in here from Mark, reviews everything. Chuck, I'm not sure if you had a chance to take a look at the assets as far as accuracy.
This is the first time I'm seeing it, so
Okay.
I can look at it. When's it due by?
Yes. It's it needs resolved today, reviewed and resolved today, but as you know, you can update that list anytime.
Right.
How much higher is this from last year?
I don't recall.
You don't-
Need a motion to approve this?
I will make that motion.
I will second that. We need insurance.
Okay. Mr. Horton, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Hoen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll get the paperwork signed. Okay. All right. Do the trustees need to have Mark come out? Yeah, offer to come out if you have any questions.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So a letter from the prosecutor's office, you already met James. There's a letter received from the Portage County Board of Commissioners. This has to do with holding a special public meeting for wind and solar farms. This is upcoming here Thursday, March 26th at 6:30 p.m. Portage County EMA Agency on State Route 59, Ravenna. Read through that packet of information.
Do they want one from our board to attend, or?
Lisa and I are going.
I'll go.
That's 26.
I've been watching this unfold in regional planning.
Was that right?
That's good.
Take care of that.
Thank you.
And there's a letter from the Portage County Engineer's Office. This has to deal with right-of-way work permits on township roads. I think in the past we've had some items run through the county for permits, but there's information on the cover page, and there's a response required.
Engineer's office? So we need to pass a resolution for this. I'd like to make a resolution. This is for granting the Portage County Engineer's Office to be the issuing agency for right-of-way or work in Nelson Township on roadways,
On Township
on
Road.
township roads, correct. So,
You're making that
I'll make a
motion?
motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, Ms. Corcoran, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Vanderhook?
Yes.
Okay. And there is a update packet somewhere in your folder from the Forge County Land Bank of 2026 with some background information there you can read through. And I believe that's all I have.
Any questions for Kevin?
Or no.
This is all I have.
Good to go. Good job with all this.
That's fine.
While we're on it, we have a letter that needs to be signed for mileage, road mileage certification. It needs to be signed by all 3 trustees.
24 and a half miles in there.
25.416 from that truck. And Jackie, about the zoning report?
Okay, in the last month, I had 26 calls, emails, and texts. On February 11, the BZA held a hearing for an area variance in the name of Joseph Miller, 9935 Knowlton Road. And 2 days later, on February 13th, I issued a zoning permit for Mr. Miller, 9935 Knowlton Road, for new home construction. And then on February 25th, we had dinner with the prosecutors. There were 8 of us there, when you were there. And on the 27th of February, Mike Graham signed an agricultural exemption for 12540 Prentice Road for a farm. That's what I have. Also,
Is he getting a horse or cow or what?
yeah, he's had cows, I guess. He shares them with his neighbor.
Oh,
The neighbor uses part of his pasture in the back, and then he needs someplace to put his hay. Also, if the trustees would do so, I would like you to pass a resolution to prosecute 2 residents in the township that I have sent violations to. One of them is Marlon Miller, 9513 State Route 305, who's in the dive garage down here working on cars. And the other is 10203 State Route 305 for Mr. John Berger for building a house without a permit. So if you would do so, I would appreciate it.
maybe we should pass 2 separate resolutions.
Yes.
Okay.
Make a motion to house. Prosecute Marlon Miller, what's the address?
9513 State Route 305 for Marlon Miller.
And it's failure to,
The other one is Mr. John Berger, 10203 State Route 305.
reason for Marlon Miller?
Marlon Miller is operating a business in a residential area.
And the Dye's old place?
Pardon me?
And Dye's old place?
And garage?
I wonder what's going on there.
We're operating out of the garage?
Pardon me?
We're operating out of the garage yet? Or is it in the building in the back?
They were in front the other day.
No, they're over there now.
Oh, really?
Um,
Okay.
It's building in the front.
That's very good. Okay.
Are you making the
Making that
motion?
motion, or a second?
Which one are you making?
Oh,
Miller?
Mark, we're doing them separate.
Yeah.
Marlon.
Harlan Miller, that's when you're making a motion on it, and I will second that motion. Of the advance to prosecute him.
Okay, Mr. Gordon, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Vanderhook?
Yes.
And I'm gonna make that motion for
John Burke.
Bricker, is it? I'll make a motion that we proceed to prosecute Mr. John Bricker, 10203, State Road 88, for building,
No, 305.
305 rather, building a residence without permits.
I'll second that.
There hadn't been any other communication, no response, no replies, nothing from the engineers or,
Well, the building department also said they always.
just wanted to confirm that. Thank you.
It's like a completed house, like built it up.
So, Mr. Gordon, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Vanderhook?
Yes.
Who made the first motion? Mike, okay.
Mrs. Leonard, on the first one was Mr. Horton, Mr. Leonard second, and the second one, Mr. Leonard
Okay.
made the motion, and Mrs. Vanderhook second.
The answer to your question, yes, they're living in it. No permit, so no zoning permit, no
It's a
building
long- it's a
permit, no
long
health
story.
And they
department.
even had power. I don't know how they got that. Isn't
They
that
even
possible?
have power
I
back
thought there
there?
was a, I thought there was a,
Four just to,
line up there.
I have no idea. It's too far off the roadway.
No, okay, I'm mistaken. Just stand corrected. Okay.
Anything else?
Anything else, Jason?
No, it's all I have, thank you.
Thank you very much. Sandy, Community House Board.
Lots of phone calls over the past month. I have one particular one I'd like to mention. Her name is Laurel Carroll, and she's a resident of Nelson. She lives on Parkman Road, and she said she's known as the plant lady. She would like to have bingo here, a plant bingo where you'd win like plants or whatever, but I told her we're not qualified license or anything for a bingo or gambling or anything like that. So then she mentioned that she would like to know if she could have a flea market plant sale. It would be for income. And I told her that I would ask the trustees what they thought. I did tell her the price would be $250 because it would be income for her. So I wanted to know what you thought about the idea of having the flea market plant sale and also the price of $250.
It's a one-time thing?
Yes. For now, you know, she's just said she's getting overwhelmed. That is her hobby, but she just has so many that she would like to, you know, rent the Nelson Community House. I mentioned, I said, why don't you have them at your house or something, you know, but she said she'd like to try something like that. She thought it would be fun for something for the community as well, so.
What date did she?
She said soon, within a month or so.
There's not too many plants out there that's,
These are house plants.
oh, house.
She said she starts soon.
I think it just stick with legal. If there's any other issue with that, I don't know why there would be about another lawyer.
The garden club used to sell plants out in the,
No, parking lot or outside, is she planning it in here or out there? Of course, it was, we don't know what weather's gonna be, obviously.
Yeah, it depends on the weather. She said she'd like to have it soon, so I'm assuming it would be inside, but I'll make sure they're in like boxes and something too, so we don't have dirt all over the place or something. And she was interested in the garden club also. She said she'd like to join that, but I told
I
her
think they dissolved.
they did. That's what I told her that.
Well, she can start it up again.
Yeah, I mentioned that too. I said, well, maybe you could start one, because I told her that I thought the
She
lady
didn't
that
have
was in charge moved away.
She didn't have a problem paying the $250.
I told her that's what I,
She would have to sell a lot of plants.
I
to
know.
recoup.
Well, that's why I think she's thinking about like a flea market to have other people, you know, pay her to set up their booth too. So that's why it's more of an income for her, I think, than.
So she, excuse me, she wants to have people set up tables and sell their stuff too, not just their
Yes.
plants.
Mm-hmm.
So
That'd
Yeah,
be a
like-
question for James, I think.
he left.
Well, you just get advice from prosecutor on that, I'll call him tomorrow.
About the plant sale?
Well, about the sale flea market aspect of things, see
Oh.
if that's a problem with our.
Okay, I know years ago we had like a flea market
Yeah,
here.
it was outside.
Yeah, it was outside too. It was in and out, yes.
As long as we're,
And we did charge a commercial fee for that.
Yes, yes, we did.
I would think being just what we're doing with Harlan, it should be the same.
Thing, and then with
Yeah.
Mr. Slaughter,
That Harlan Slaughter, correct.
Yeah.
yes.
I have a question. I mean, I just, not that I have anything against plants or anything, but like, when they're selling goods, is there any type of vending license that they're required to have, at a community function?
This wouldn't be a community function if they're
I'm
ladies.
sorry, at a community center that a township condones, I just wanna make sure there was correct licenses that, are had.
That would be on them and not us. of
Yeah,
course.
that'd be on them.
Perennials, you do.
What?
If they're perennials, you do.
You need a license.
And
Just like you couldn't sell
we'll
trees.
check on that, obviously.
So, we're gonna talk with legal and ask about that.
Where house plants wouldn't, are they considered perennials?
I'll pass it off, thanks, Abby.
Yeah, we're
Pass
about
off
to
the
check it
prosecutor.
out.
Like
Okay.
full disclosure, and like,
Yeah,
you just
sure.
don't wanna be, culpable if you know about it and you don't say something.
Yep, got it, thank you.
Mhm.
So just let her know that we're looking into it.
Yes.
Please.
Okay, because I didn't know what to tell her either, so that's why I brought it up. Okay, and then I have one other thing. The Nelson Community House was advertised as a warming station, because we were supposed to get the cold weather. And thank God we didn't get what was expected. But I think if we're gonna pursue that, we're gonna need some kind of agenda for that.
You need a time frame. open
Yeah, we're gonna
certain hours.
have to have a number of who knows and hours that we're gonna have it, or, who's
And
gonna be
who's gonna
here
man the
to.
facility too,
Also, water has to be available. Right now, we have our water's not for
If there was
consumption.
a catastrophe, I think Red Cross would step up to the plate and we could open the facilities to them and I think they could man it.
I think it's the idea of having a procedure
Yes.
that we go to, how to do, just like we're gonna have with the internet and websites,
Yeah.
procedures to follow.
Joe, did the fire station, did a lot of people utilize that? I mean, they were a warming center
Yeah.
advertised way before.
Yeah, there weren't many, Brandon, were there many at the warming station at the fire department? I don't think there was.
They were never opened.
Oh, okay.
Do they provide certain hours and, like, are you allowed to bring pets? I know if you have a service dog, you're allowed to bring them. There's just a lot of questions I
Yeah.
had about different situations.
I think we're gonna have to make up a policy.
Yeah. Definitely.
We'll have to work on a policy.
Okay,
Hopefully spring's around the corner.
yeah,
But if we get it, a tornado or something, and like the trailer park's wiped out, people need to go somewhere.
exactly.
cover.
That's what I thought, we'll need to get something. And then like the restrooms, I know we're supposed to get them for disability and stuff too, so
Mhm.
it's just something to think about and to work on.
Definitely, thank you.
It's a good thing to have.
And then that's all I have, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Questions, Sandy? All right, very good, thanks, Sandy, appreciate it. Chuck, road report.
You got a road report from last month's activities that we did. Basically, right now, we're taking care of phone calls that come in. Today, we had a tree leaning on Knowlton, just east of Parkman Road. We got that all taken care of. We're just salting as needed, patching potholes as they show up overnight with all the rain. And I believe at the end of March, we should be able to have a pretty good idea on what roads we want to resurface with chip and seal. I'll get with Kevin, get a budget plan put together for that. Kind of go from there. Your or website compliance you're talking about,
Yes.
there is a company, I believe it's called STG.
Yes.
Is that one you're looking
One of
into?
them, yes.
Okay. And there is a grant available. Do you know about the grant?
No.
Get on the Tarma website, it's under grants, it's called a migration grant. And it will, up to $9,500 for any expenses you have in migrating your website over to the .gov compliance. The kicker is it's due on the 13th, is the last day it's open. March 13th. It's a couple pages, it's nothing major.
Okay. And I'm assuming you guys are working on that,
Yeah. That's,
so then you
we're all done with that.
Did they give you a price of, not the grant, but the whole cost?
The migration,
Yes.
with that STG, it is a full compliance, it complies with House Bill 96,
Okay.
your ADA and WCAA 2.0, whatever that language is. They will take your website, make it compliant, get it up and running, $37.50 with whatever kind of artwork or graphic you want on it.
So out of pocket be $37.50 plus the grant, is that,
That's what they charge, that's what that STG company charges.
okay?
$37.50 to take your website, make it ADA, House Bill 96 compliant, and launch it.
Okay, where would the grant, is what, 9,000?
Up to $9,500 with a 20% in kind.
Of 20% you have to,
Yeah, you gotta pay 20% of your total cost.
Cost.
And it also covers any like paperwork that you have to, like if you had letterheads already printed out, envelopes, you can put all that on as well.
thanks, Jeff, we'll look into that. Coming up quick.
yeah.
We still got plenty of salt, we're already sitting on about 100 ton plus.
Did we get the rest of our salt?
I ordered 300 ton.
Uh-huh.
There was some kind of kerfuffle with the Morton system. We ordered 300 ton, but they're saying that we ordered 540 ton.
We've never done.
We've never done it, and I made phone calls and sent email, I know Kevin sent email to try to get this figured out.
Yeah, it was how the system was, and it was an error. I notified them immediately when it occurred, sent them multiple emails. They were supposed to correct it, they didn't.
No,
But it sounds like they're still allowing us to order that if we want.
that's kind of where I'm at.
County.
Well, and here's the other thing, if you're on the hook for what you order.
Right.
So if they're saying we're at 540 ton, do you want to order it?
There might be a savings compared to what's gonna happen
Next year with the price of salt. Right.
We've never really seen it too much cheaper than what it is right now in the past, 8, 10 years, I don't think.
Do we have room for it?
Yeah, we got room for that. We're talking.
Next we have Kevin down there. Do we have money for it?
Yeah, I think it's only a couple 100 ton more.
It'd be 240 ton more than what we ordered at what, 85 a ton was it delivered?
40 something. 240 you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me look. I think we have that. It's about probably about $12,000-ish, right around there.
Was the price 85 a ton?
40,
46?
47 or
47?
46.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
We were the cheapest county around.
If we can get it at that price and guaranteed, we know what's gonna happen at the end of the year, how much is gonna go up like everything else is going up.
No, this is even shortages.
Yeah, it is, I think.
Do you need a motion, Kevin?
Yes, please.
I'll make that motion. We take all of our salt that was allotted.
Second that.
Okay, Mrs. Horton, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Vanderhook?
Yes.
Thank you.
Outside of that, I really don't have too much more.
How's North Road holding up?
Last time I looked at it, it was a good grade at the bottom end of it.
All right, very good. Any questions for Chuck? Any
Thank you,
questions
Chuck.
for us? Good. Anime?
Okay, the cleanup, it's come around the corner, May 2nd and 3rd. I did talk to Don Collins at the Township Association dinner. We are getting 2 tire dumpsters for car tires. One will be with rims, one will be without rims. They are accepting agricultural tires this year, meaning tractor tires. And Chuck, they don't go in the bins. They go on the ground and they'll take them.
The egg tires.
The egg tires. And I don't know how much you want to allot for food this year for the volunteers that's going to be helping at our cleanup for the 2 days.
What did we do last year?
I think it was $300.
There's plenty left over too.
No, we had plenty left over at the Christmas party, but I don't think much.
Well, jump it up a little bit if you think we need it, I guess.
It doesn't mean I have to spend it.
Not to exceed.
400,
400 would be great.
not to exceed 400, I guess would be good, yeah.
You want to make that motion?
I'll make the motion that we allot $400 for volunteers for the cleanup on May 2nd and 3rd, township cleanup.
I'll second
And I'll get it advertised, and I have to advertise the agricultural tires on the new.
that.
We don't have to pay to get rid of the tires. The one time we had to pay 50 cents a tire, but there is no cost. She got an EPA grant this year.
What about electronics?
I don't know if you've seen on the website, there's a gentleman that takes in electronics. And he tries, instead of putting it in the landfill, he does whatever, and I guess he keeps some of the money, but a lot of the money goes to the APL. He donates it to the APL.
Did you set up out here once?
I think that was a different company. If you want me to try to get a hold of him, he's on the website advertising, and I'm sure the APL knows him. And see if you want him, instead of just,
Wordsworth, we do have a lot more as things continue to get newer and newer. There's a lot that shows up.
right. And that's the other thing, how many rubbish dumpsters do we want to order? 5, we got 5 last year. And I'm thinking if he takes electronics, there'll be less weight for our dumpsters, because you do pay by weight also.
So we had 5 last year, and we
I
had
think-
6 year before, didn't we?
I think 5 should, yeah.
We weren't 100% full, were we? Or were we, Chuck?
We were pretty
Yeah,
full.
and we had a little bit of room, but not, yeah, okay.
And I could get a hold of CME or the old CME for the metal.
For the middle.
But what do you think about the electronics? Should I
Might have,
contact them?
if you have.
If they want to be out here to do it, I don't want to have to do their job.
See if they're available on those days to accept electronics, that would help us out if they have somebody out here.
Maybe if they had a container or something, we could put them in.
And what about specifically, if it's a computer?
If it's a TV, a computer, or what, yes, we'll have to know exactly. We have a couple months here to find out the logistics.
That'd be great.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to order
For
5
first
dumpsters?
on the motion before, can I finish that one?
What was that?
The motion for the township cleanup date and the tire dumpsters.
And it may,
Oh, okay, do you need a motion? We don't have to pay for that.
Usually you pass a motion to
Oh, okay.
have the cleanup on a certain day.
May 2nd, 3rd.
Yeah.
Same times?
Yeah, from 9 till 4, but you know they'll be here at 7. Should I make that motion? Or
I
you?
believe you did.
Okay, I did, okay.
I'll second that.
Mr. Court, how do you vote? Yes. Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Hoven?
Yes.
Thank you.
You want to do the dumpster, 5 rubbish dumpsters? Or you want me to?
Maybe we can do that. I'll make a motion to order 5 rubbish dumpsters again this year for,
I'll second that.
Okay, Ms. Burton, how do you vote? Yes. Mr. Leonard?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Van Hoen?
Yes. I just want to get them ordered before other townships take the dumpsters, because there's only a certain amount of dumpsters. And the other thing I have is our grant. Tuesday, spent a few hours at regional planning with the grant. It was due by this Friday. We already have $79,000 coming in on the first grant that's sitting there. And thanks to Chuck and our contractor came back out to look at the bathrooms. The price went up about $20,000 more in 2 years. So we are reapplying for, we're reapplying for additional money of $24,950. This will go before their meeting and within 2 weeks. And according to Barbara Safira, she didn't think there'll be a problem with it because they don't want to turn back the $79,000. It's free money. It's grant that we don't have to pay for. So within 2 weeks, we'll get notified that it was approved. Pray on that. And then after that, it goes to the county commissioners for their blessing. And then they'll take over and contact the architect. The architect will come out and look at the bathrooms, do all the drawings. Then it goes back to regional planning. They will do the advertising, put it out for bid, a bid package, and put it out for bids. And from there, we'll hopefully have our bathrooms done this year.
Are those drawings already done for that?
Those were preliminary drawings done by
Empress. Okay.
There's 2 other architects in the bid package you'll see. I don't know which one the board will approve. There's one for $11,000, the other one I think is about $15,000 for the architect. So I'm assuming they'll take the cheaper one, but you never know. But she included both of those in the estimates just to show them, you know, the difference, why we need this money. And also the contractor, you know, 2 years, everything went up in price, tariffs, to get the bathrooms done.
Excuse me. I just got one question, maybe Anna, excuse me, you can mention that we want to have that warming center also, that might help because of the handicap restrooms.
I did mention that.
Oh, did
too.
you? Oh, great, thank you.
Because we have the generator out there, if we lose electric in the area, we have a generator.
Okay, good, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you for getting all that together and submitting it.
No, thank you. That's all I have for now.
Great, thanks. Joe?
Okay, still working on a little bit of this indigent thing. I did not file paperwork to get a refund for the cremation cost of $1,000 because there was no money in the fund. I made some phone calls. I couldn't figure out, or said, why spend time and effort in filling out all these forms if there's no money available? So I called the Ohio Funeral Directors Association in Columbus. They referred me to the Ohio State Board of Funeral Directors Association, which I have no idea what the differences are. But those are the people that handle it. Their fiscal year ends end of June. Their fiscal year of next year starts July 1st. They had $1 million in their fund this past fiscal year. This next fiscal year, they're only getting $250,000. So the money goes quick. So anyhow, there's a 60-day time period, which is we way beyond this. So anyhow, I've got the contact information of Melissa Kiefer, and she was very helpful. So in the future, if we have one and we need any assistance on getting the paper filled out properly, because if you don't fill it out properly, it gets rejected, you're done. You can't reapply. So she was more than willing to help out, and should that happen. Oh, and then there's, I don't know if I need to bring this up or not, the Hiram situation with,
Fire ambulance.
well, the fire chief and assistant chief resigned, and then the mayor shut down the EMS and fire, and then they were contacting, I'm on the fire board, and Emily's on the EMS board. They contacted the fire department to see if we could provide mutual aid, and I think the question came up, if she shut the fire department down, they don't have a fire department, she cannot give mutual aid to a fire department that sort of isn't there. So anyhow, there's been some issues, and we were gonna have an emergency, you guys had an emergency meeting last night?
Monday night.
Monday night,
Mhm.
and then we were gonna have an emergency meeting with the fire department this
Yes.
morning. But we were waiting to see, the mayor was meeting with the two lieutenants on the fire department in Hiram, and apparently something was resolved, so we canceled our emergency meeting. So I think it's gonna be ongoing for a while, but there's been a lot of questions coming to our people about who's, are we gonna cut our department short? Originally talked about having 3 of our firefighters staff the Hiram department 24/7, so is that gonna shortchange us and our people or not? But anyhow, that's not gonna happen. Chief came up with some figures and stuff for them. But fortunately, the matter is so-called, they're supposed to have been resolved at this point in time, so we'll see where that's gonna go. So it's been on, I think Channel 5 was notified, they've had it on their channel quite a bit, and Facebook, there's been a bunch of stuff on there about it too. So, at any rate, just sort of an FYI situation.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are they up and running?
Yeah,
Do you know?
they're up and running as of, what was it, Brandon, what was they up and running this morning, or Hiram?
Yesterday,
Yesterday morning.
And they're fully staffed?
staffed as they have been in previous.
Okay,
Days.
because I heard like 5 people resign. Would have that affected what was signed up to be on call, or
I'm not sure.
you're not sure?
No, they do, the chief and the assistant chief resigned, as the only ones I know about. And then in the meantime, the mayor had a meeting with 2 lieutenants, and one of them is assuming his responsibility of being a contact source. And supposedly she's interviewing people for the chief's job, is what I've been hearing, so. And again, it's Hiram, it's not us, but
Yeah,
we still,
it's our neighbor.
it's a neighbor and do the good neighbor policy, and we've always backed them up, they've backed us up, same with us, we've backed up Wyndham many times if they're shorthanded, and, so anyhow, just sort of an information thing. That's pretty much all I've got then, I guess.
Any other questions? Very good. Did we decide on flag order? Memorial Day
Flags?
flags? Yeah.
For pole flags,
No.
For the cemetery,
Cemetery flags. Did you need any more for the cemetery from the veterans?
for the veterans markers,
Yes,
they typically send out a order form.
We said that, yes.
we did see one
did they?
last month.
Seen it all last meeting?
Yeah, last meeting. They're going to metal markers, going back to
I
metal
don't have
markers.
mine with
That's what I heard,
me. Do you have yours with you? I don't have mine.
I'll call the veterans to have an email to the order form or whatever. I don't have it. They went to that plastic markers and we got a lot of negative
Complaints?
complaints about it.
I think we're questioning that first move.
Which brings up the subject, Mike, are we gonna put flowers on the veterans' graves again this year?
I think we decided we weren't gonna do that because the chipmunks dig them up, and you weren't
We
particularly
did it
happy.
last year, and the girls helped plant them. How did that work out last year?
They were there, the chipmunks dig some of them out.
Is it worth it?
We worked with the scouts.
It's not required by law to do it, it's just something we've always done.
It's up to the board if they want to do it.
Yeah, the form.
That's a lawyer?
Working with Sherry.
Thank you.
All right. I did order a water test from Alloway. It was recommended by Portage County Health Department.
What's the name of it?
Alloway.
Alloway, where are they at?
This one is,
Twinsburg?
no, there's several locations. One was Marion, this one's from Marion, and this one, they specifically recommended from the health department. Theirs is just sort of biological, bacterial, and this is for the metals, solids, lead, phosphorus, pH level, things like that.
TDS, total dissolved solids.
TDS is correct. Thank you. So very comprehensive, I believe the total is actually $75. I'm quoting on that. Compared to the other one that was said 400, I thought was a little.
I couldn't hear it.
I believe it was about $175.
Oh, okay.
But there's a sort of, you have to order it with them a la carte. You have this one test, you have the next test, they send everything out with instructions. Then you collect the samples and you're ready to send them back. And you're charged at that point in time. Send it back and then they said usually within 10 days to have your results. So I have used this place before in the past, but unknowingly for my property.
So do you need a motion?
And, we need a motion? I think so.
I'll make a motion that
For Alloway?
yes, as soon as possible.
Okay. I'll second that.
Is there a rough cost like you want to not exceed?
I'd say $250, because I know it was like $175, and they said $25 for shipping, because of having to, the nature of sending it. So they'll give us a $50 buffer just in case.
I recommend 400 just to cover
No,
this in
only
case.
1%? Okay, just in case, not to exceed.
In case you want to add a couple more tests on it.
Okay, that works. You okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Ford, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes.
Mrs. Van
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Chuck, internet. I've been going back to trying to get better internet service for the offices and garage. I've had nothing from the representative or Spectrum in the area for regular service. Who's supposed to send me over to commercial. I haven't heard anything, so I got another contact with Spectrum, so we're waiting to hear back from them. Nothing's available for fiber-wise from Frontier. Right. So they're not running that. They have other things that they say can work, but so it's in the works. We'll have some better.
If you need to call me, call my cell, because that phone is just buzzing. Jackie's line's doing the same thing too. Every time it rings, that thing just buzzes and you can't hear anything.
Mine used to be the same way at the shop.
Yeah.
Did you have Corey come out and look where the slit is?
Corey spends half his time down around Salem, so when he does come up, the last time, he went away, he dried out. So, we gotta catch him while he's here and it's raining.
Okay, speaking of Jackie, she actually had a really good idea for the township office phone, main line, to set the answering machine up, to direct it to people for community house rentals, to, if you're not accessing the website, to have Sandy's phone number and contact, sort of break it up that way.
Okay,
That makes sense?
On that answering machine, on his answering machine,
Correct.
it is right.
Yes.
It has the different numbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought just as maybe a redirect, someone just looks it up and then they catch the first number, let's call the office, and then it's just a general pool. This way would help separate or redirect an individual looking for information. So if you're okay with that, then we'll make the reporting the adjustment.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had several calls about, when they confirmed to Sandy, who's handling the community house and so on, so maybe that would help, you know.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that. What else? That's all I have at the moment.
Okay, I want to add a little something here. Talked in the past about a holding tank for the community house. Just like discussed about maybe 1,000-gallon tank. And they're going to be doing the bathrooms. That would be an ideal time to do this, if we're going to do this. While the floors are tore up or whatever, then we could, you know,
Right.
in line, but it has to go, if I remember right, it has to go through a contractor. The contractor can sign off to have our guys do the work on it, though, as long as the contractor has to do the application on that. So that's something we need to think about. If the least expensive way of going about it, you don't have to have a filter, I don't think you have to have a softener system or anything like that, so it'd be just direct.
Well, when the guy plumber was out here, we discussed that with Chuck, and as a plumber, he was under the impression, if we have a holding tank, you're still gonna have to have that water checked, even though the water comes from Warren where it's purified. Once that water sits in the tank, it's probably not potable, or bacteria could grow or whatever. It might have to go through a filtering
Okay,
system.
well regardless, it's gonna be better than what we have as far as that
Right.
well and all that. so.
And, but if we get the water checked, that's what we're waiting to see how bad it is, that there might be a system out there that would be cheaper than doing that. Yes,
Take care of
so,
that then.
yeah, so it's like we're
Fair
waiting game.
Yeah.
I think the water, like Kevin said, get the water tested. What is exactly wrong with this water?
Collect the facts so we know. what we're
Correct,
looking at.
so we can move forward, and it may go to a holding
Yeah.
tank.
Do we know, is there any special permit replacement or what needs to be done as far as location for that? You know, in relationship to anything else that's already out there?
It might be the health department.
Well, I've talked to them in the past, we talked about putting it right out the back here somewhere, which was okay, or over there actually, which was a fit location, I believe, but again, that's been some time ago, so we have to
I think it has to be so many feet from a septic system.
That's not, obviously the propane tank out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some issues there, but
Yes.
we've got properties that are,
Maybe look into finding out what the guidelines are for placement of that. We have thought, one more piece to the puzzle.
yep.
Yeah, okay, very good, thank you. Okay, that's all I got.
There's a lady out there, Stacy, that has a letter, I think, correct, Stacy?
I do.
She wants to present it to the board. She would like to be the alternate on the zoning commission, taking Javier's place. So if you would like to present that to,
Here, do I?
Thank you, Stacy. March 4th, 2026, due to any concern, I, Stacy Needs, am interested in being considered for a position in the zoning commission for Nelson Township. Thank you, Stacy Needs.
Do I need to do anything else?
Any recommendations, referrals? Okay.
I called it in. I said it might hurt, but it might hurt you more than it helps, but.
I'd like to make a motion to approve her to be on the alternate on the zoning commission.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
She lives right here on Wyndham Park and Road.
Okay, Mr. Cortman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Vanderhook?
Yes.
Thank you.
Boom. Our leader is here. Where's he at?
Probably work.
He's out of town, I believe.
Work.
He's feeding the cows.
Open up to the floor. Questions?
Hi, Ben Miller.
Ben Miller?
I just had a question. I had called in, talked to somebody, I'm not even sure who it was, but about sluice pipe. I live on Kyle Road,
Okay.
and it's a sluice pipe over my property underneath the road to the other side, and I've had water backing up.
Okay.
And then somebody came out and checked it, and he said it does have a 3-inch hump in it. That doesn't allow water in. Then I noticed it, I was not knowing how long ago, that it's sitting 5 inches of water in my end of the pipe, other side it's none coming out. So I shot it with a laser and the pipe also sits 2 inches sloped the wrong way. So I don't know, did the frost do something to it or was it just sloped the wrong way and it got a hump in it now too and it just backed up the water?
Okay.
I don't know if it's something,
That's your road.
Yes, oh yeah, I think I know where you're right in the swale,
yeah,
in that first quarter mile.
yeah,
Okay, you're clearing out area in the back?
yeah,
Like pasture, I see burning going on?
Yeah.
Clearing out, okay. Good, I'm your neighbor just down the road, got the red barn.
Oh, okay,
Other end of Kyle.
yeah,
Nice to meet you.
yeah.
Is that something you want?
I'm all heads turned this way.
We'll see if we,
All right, so I talked to Ben, Chuck.
Yeah,
I talked
I
to him
did.
on the phone, and I did, after he called, I did go out there, and what I did was I shoved a 2x4 in the pipe. And I found a high spot, brought it out with level, went down to the water, and it's humped up 2 inches
In the middle of the pipe,
in the middle of the pipe.
middle of the pipe.
I don't know when that was put in there, I have no idea. But it does flow water, and I think we did see it over the top of the road one time.
I noticed it.
Okay, but before I dug the road up and reset a pipe that is flowing somewhat water, I wanted your guys' opinion on it first.
Well, it has to be level or even when you
It should at least be level,
level.
yeah, should at least be level.
This may open more water towards your property, or may not,
No, it runs from his,
to the cross,
yes,
Yeah,
heading east.
heading east.
East.
Correct, I think it's a, I believe it's a 12-inch pipe.
yeah.
It's either 12 or 15-inch pipe.
I have no problem, but it's jump on people's property like the racetrack.
We're pretty far away from the racetrack.
But you know what
We have your
What
back,
we-
bro.
what we're enduring on the racetrack.
Got your back, bro.
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to
Damn.
mention.
That's what it is.
I did talk with Eric along at Water and Soil about it. He says if the pipe is not doing what it's intended to do,
Replace it.
well, not really, we'll see what it looks like when we dig it out. But I think a lot of times, yeah, that frost does get in that road. It does move things.
Yeah, and it also seemed like it wouldn't, but the pipe was, if you look on the other side of the road, it's also actually sitting about this far off the water, which that wouldn't matter much. I mean, as long as you got the level pipe and you got the slope. So I didn't know, obviously, the frost moved it big time or something. I figured if we could get moved, fixed up, it'd help.
Does that feed into the Nelson ditch? You know?
Yeah, it goes past our friend, out in Kyle.
Oh, Bill now?
Yes, yeah.
I thought it did. Okay.
That's something you're gonna take a look at then, huh?
Well, I already looked at it.
I mean, as far as,
What, you gonna do something now, or?
As long as nobody wanted to turn that road up to rip the pipe.
things are good, aren't
You don't wanna do it yet, you wanna wait till spring gets here, or, because you're gonna have to put cold patch over it once you tear it up, correct?
We did one last week, I mean, we could do it.
You could do it? Okay.
Why don't we do it now?
we? We're gonna get into the monsoon season here pretty soon, and that's.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's just gonna keep on flooding back there.
Well, can you put that on your priority list then?
To-do list? Okay.
Eric Long approved it. Eric, is it Eric Long? Okay.
Yeah, because we wouldn't be putting in any larger size pipe than what's already.
What size is there?
I'd say they're 12 or 15, I can't remember. I want to say it's a 15, but I can't remember for sure.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for listening.
I have a question, since we're talking about culverts, what did you find on Bancroft Road?
Ice?
Was it just frozen? Okay, good, because the next afternoon you were there, the next morning I woke up and said, gone. Okay. I don't think so. Thanks for coming out.
Culverts, full ice.
Oh, okay.
You were almost talking to us about our puddle, because it happened to be at the edge of our property.
If you're having a water problem, you just put a dam up. It's fine.
Well,
Everybody else does.
Have your arm, please.
Sorry, I had to.
The door opened and it.
Any other questions, comments?
If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn and pay the bills and wages.
I'll second that.
Mr. Gordon, how do you vote? Yes. Mr. Leonard? Yes, sir. Mrs. Mann?
Yes.
Alright, so, we,
Clerk. They have an office
Yeah.
on 46. Right down the Sam's Club. I worked online.
Keep forgetting about
So you don't have a date when she Put it towards getting ready. Well, she's from Pennsylvania.
I mean,
Yeah, she's from Pennsylvania. I think she probably has enough stuff to do.
But,